The American Wild West of the mid to late 1800s was more than just a landscape of dusty tumbleweeds and echoing gunshots. It was a time and place where vice took on a different guise, hidden behind the gilded doors of bustling brothels and the knowing smiles of cunning madams. In an era marked by lawlessness and opportunity, these establishments carved out a notorious niche in the heart of the frontier. As the flicker of gas lanterns illuminated the faces of weary cowboys, miners, and outlaws alike, the allure of these dens of decadence echoed far and wide. Figures like Julia Bullitt, the esteemed Madam of Virginia City, and Pearl Deer, known as the Soiled Dove of Creek, presided over these domains, forever etching their names in the annals of American law. But who were these women behind the velvet gloves, and what tales lay beneath the surface of their clientele? What role did these establishments play in the evolution of the Wild West? In the words of the famed American journalist and short story writer Ambrose Bierce, love is a temporary insanity, curable by marriage or removal from the influences exciting it. Are you prepared to delve into the salacious history of Wild West brothels and their madams? At the dawn of dusk, a peculiar socio-cultural phenomenon emerged amidst the tumultuous era of the American West during the mid to late 19th century. This era, often romanticized as the Wild West, witnessed the rise of establishments overseen by compelling women known as madams. These venues served as gathering places for weary travelers, miners, and frontiersmen, euphemistically referred to as brothels or, more romantically, houses of evening entertainment. What led to the advent of these establishments? The answer lies in a confluence of historical events and socio-economic factors. The pivotal gold rush of 1848 in California stands as a significant contributor, attracting a flood of predominantly male prospectors seeking fortune. This influx created an opportunity for the rise of such establishments, which catered to the solitude and loneliness of these fortune seekers. Among the pioneers of such establishments was Ah Toy, a Cantonese-born American madam who sailed to San Francisco in 1849. Her unique blend of exotic allure and quick wit propelled her to success in the business of companionship, opening her own establishment to serve the burgeoning population of fortune seekers. Simultaneously, the Homestead Act of 1862 spurred a significant wave of migration, promising settlers free land in the Western Territories. This led to the growth of boom towns, often lacking traditional societal structures, creating an environment ripe for the birth of evening establishments. In this unregulated frontier environment, the saying in the West, men made their own laws or none at all, rang true. Within this ethos, houses of evening entertainment flourished, providing a refuge from the harsh realities of frontier life. Legendary figures like Mary Catherine Harney, known as Big Nose Kate, who ran an establishment in Kansas and was said to be the long-term companion of Doc Holliday, exemplify the pioneering spirit of these women. Despite societal dismissal of female independence, these madams carved a niche for themselves, providing a service while navigating the moral complexities of their time. As the Kansas City Times noted in 1865, these establishments played nuanced roles in the fabric of frontier society, offering both service and moral ambiguity. Thus, the emergence of evening establishments in the Wild West reveals a chapter of American history that is as complex as it is intriguing, shedding light on the untold stories of the frontier. Amidst the paradoxical landscape of the Wild West, where societal conflicts abounded, establishments such as brothels emerged, viewed both as a necessary vice and a harbinger of moral decay. Despite the odds stacked against them, women like Eleanor Dumont, famously known as Madame Moustache for her distinctive upper lip hair, commanded respect within these spaces. After establishing herself as a successful card dealer, Dumont ventured further, opening her own establishment in Nevada City, California, during the 1850s. Many women engaged in this profession disguised their livelihood through euphemisms, like Lily, who described her work as that of a professional dancer in a letter home in 1875. These anecdotes only skim the surface of the intricate tapestry surrounding the advent of brothels in the Wild West, an era characterized by tough individuals, both men and women, whose stories are deeply interwoven into the fabric of the American frontier. Among these notable figures were the mistresses of the moonlight, a term coined for the remarkable madams who left an indelible mark on the history of the Wild West. Despite often being misrepresented in historical narratives, these women were not merely business proprietors but also guardians of the ladies of the night. Three such madams who stood out were Pearl de Vere, Julia Bullet, and Mattie Silks. Pearl de Vere, known as the Soiled Dove of Creek, arrived in Colorado during the late 19th century gold rush. She spared no expense in creating an opulent establishment, the Old Homestead, offering refined courtship experiences to the wealthy men of the mining town. However, her reign came to a tragic end in 1897, marking the conclusion of an era of opulence. Julia Bullet, the Queen of Virginia City, garnered respect and admiration in Nevada during the 1860s for her generosity and kindness. Despite the tumultuous nature of her business, she earned recognition from the community, even becoming an honorary member of the local firefighters brigade. Her untimely demise in 1867 shocked the town, underscoring the impact of her presence. Mattie Silks, a prominent figure in Denver, Colorado, during the 1870s and 80s, was renowned for her astute business acumen and substantial wealth. Her rivalry with another madam, Katie Fulton, became legendary, culminating in a public showdown in 1877. Surviving the encounter, Mattie remained steadfast in her pursuit of success, viewing her involvement in the sporting life as a means of financial independence. These three madams embodied influence, power, and resilience in a world dominated by men. Their establishments provided not only refuge for the ladies of the night but also crucial social centers within frontier towns. Pearl, Julia, and Mattie were not just madams, they were shrewd businesswomen, influential figures, and, in many ways, the unsung heroines of their time. Their legacies endure as testaments to their indomitable spirit and contributions to the rich tapestry of the Wild West. During the era of long cattle drives, the presence of houses of evening entertainment played a pivotal role in the burgeoning communities of the Wild West. To quote an old Western saying, "There's gold, and then there's liquid gold," highlighting the significant wealth that flowed within the saloons and brothels, becoming integral to the economic lifeblood of frontier settlements. From sunset to sunrise, the unseen rhythms of the evening houses painted a captivating picture of life behind closed doors in the untamed tableau of the Wild West. These establishments pulsated with a rich tapestry of characters and routines, offering a glimpse into the complexity and vivacity of an often misunderstood world. The typical day within these establishments was largely dictated by the nocturnal nature. As the sun dipped below the horizon, these houses sprang to life, preparing to welcome patrons seeking solace and companionship. The esteemed madam, such as Fanny Porter from San Antonio, Texas, played a significant role in governing the flow of the evening, extending beyond mere proprietorship to ensure a clean and hospitable environment. Within the walls of these establishments, a multitude of roles interplayed harmoniously. Musicians set the mood with symphonies, bartenders mixed potent brews to ease tensions, and the ladies of the evening became the heart and soul of the establishment. Despite sharing space and sometimes being perceived as rivals, these women forged strong bonds of sisterhood, fostered by communal living conditions and shared experiences.